Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Georgia from Georgia's Shenanigans. I'm going to show you today how I make this particular design. I've made a few and they've sold really quickly, and I really like them. They're really easy to make, don't need any tools. You can make it as weird and wonderful as you like. They're sort of quite boho. These beads are obviously acrylic. Which I don't often use acrylic, but because this design seems to be so popular, I've been using these particular ones. So to begin, I'm using 1.5mm leather. I've made the leather, how long is it? I didn't actually measure it. Probably 30 inches or so. 25-30 inches. So it's really, really easy. We'll start off with one of these. Just pop them on however you like. Whatever you think is a good design. You might have to fiddle around and string and unstring a few times. That one could be next. This one's a little bit small, so you can try reaming it. Because they're so big, it probably won't be too successful. No, it's not going to go through that one. I don't think. No. Okay, we'll just leave that one out. It's a shame, but it is what it is. So that's probably enough anyway. You usually get some like purpley coloured ones in these mixes, but this one unfortunately doesn't have that. But anyway, so we've come up with that. That's kind of cool. I wonder if we need a spacer between those two. We'll just do that and have a look. Oh, where's the hole? Keep two little ones for the ends of your leather. Okay, so next step is to get them in the middle, roughly. So you just put your ends together and just finagle them until they're in the middle. Should only need one knot, like just one overhand knot with this design. Just be careful when you're knotting your leather, you don't want to break it. I don't know how many times I've broken it. Heaps of times. But you know, it exposes whether or not it's decent leather, I suppose. Okay, so we knot it off on each side. Now, I use these little silicone sliders. The toughest part about this is getting both of these thicknesses through the slider. So you put one through one way, grab your other end, and it's got to go through the other way. Now a little trick with your leather when you're trying to get it to go through something that it doesn't want to go through is just flatten it out and then cut the end off to a point. Now we'll try this. And there we go. So we've got both of our ends through that. Now it won't go through the bead because it's too wide. It's okay. So these are just going to be little end beads just to finish off the design. You could use beads or you could just put, you know, silver balls or something like that. You have to have something on the end to stop the slider from coming off. Now you can, with your knots in your leather, you can pop a little bit of glue on them. The glue will generally just absorb into the leather, so you don't sort of really see it. But anyway, that's that one. So those little beads will slide down to the ends, and that's how they'll sit when you're wearing it. So that's that one. So we do the same sort of thing with this one. So I might start with a small bead. And then we'll go to, I usually try and concentrate the larger beads towards the middle, but it's up to you, however you want to do it. This one doesn't want to go through. And sometimes it'll just be, you know, a little bit of resin or acrylic or whatever will be kind of blocking the hole. And you can generally get rid of it fairly easily. But it's always a problem with leather. You always run into issues getting your, ouch, I just stabbed myself, getting your leather through the holes. No, it's not going to go. That's okay. Moving on. I'm bleeding now. So just string as many on as you want. Just let me fix up my finger just a moment. Okay, so this is what we've got, which is pretty cool. So once again, pop your ends together. You can mess around with your design until you find something that you really like. I quite like this one. They've been pretty popular. I've made a few of them and they've all sold. But they've also all had purple coloured beads, but this lot of beads didn't have any purple ones. It's just potluck, they're just a mixed bag of beads. And yeah, you just sort of get whatever. But anywho, so that's what we've got on this one. So now we're going to put the slider on. So you pop one end through I'm still bleeding. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we've got our slider on. I'm going to put this end through this way. They're really good, these little sliders, particularly on leather. You can get quite small ones too that you can use on cord. I usually only use them on leather. Now, because we've got 4 of these, we might put 2 on each end. Just a regular overhand knot will do. Snip it off. And like, it doesn't matter if your leather's not exactly the same length on either side. Doesn't have to be. With this style of necklace, pretty much anything goes. Like I said, it's a bit boho hippie. I like boho hippie. Snip that end off. Okay, and that one's done as well. So they're obviously meant to be worn at choker length, but they're as simple as that. So no special tools, no particular findings or anything like that. Like, I use these sliders. You know, you could put cord ends on and a lobster or something like that, but I quite like them this way. You could tie on a sliding knot, but I find this way is a good way to do it. And yeah, it's a popular design, so I'll probably end up making more. So anyway, nice quick one for you guys. Thanks very much for watching. If you could like and subscribe, would be great. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to know what you think. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.